Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ross Deuces and this is how not to play Deckard Cain. I'm not a big fan of Deckard Cain, but I do love playing him just for the sheer fact of being stupid and yelling out my triangles and squares. It always amused me ever since I came up with it, and that's the only reason I ever look forward to playing him. He is the only character that I will say it's everyone's fault but my own whenever I play it. I will say that with other characters but never mean it just because I love saying it with him. I have gone through this in the first video with him, and I will go through it again. The reason that I say that as Deckard Cain is because you can set up people for success, but it is up to them to follow through. What do I mean by this? Well, let's see. His abilities are, he has a Q, and you can throw it, it's in an area around him, throw a healing potion on the ground that heals the first allied hero that comes in contact with it for X amount. You can have 5 active potions at a time. So you can put 5 potions around an enemy hero that you know is about to get bursted down. You could throw them onto an allied hero. You can sit there and you can help them out as much as possible to give them all the potions. But if they do not go to the potions, I'm not saying that they can't. I'm saying that they physically do not move their character, even though the character is able to move, to those potions, to heal. Nothing you could have done about it as a Deckard Cain. Yeah, you can make the argument, well, why don't you throw a potion on them? But if I already have 4 other fucking potions on the ground, an inch away from them, why don't they just walk over there? That's my argument there. Now, his W is release the Hydra Cube. It is a area around him, it's an AoE, targeted AoE. After 0.5 seconds, it explodes, dealing X damage to all enemies in the area and slowing them by 35% for 1.75 seconds. Neat little CC, and I adore it. His next one is a also point and click. Scroll of Ceiling. Unfurl an enchanted scroll over 2.25 seconds, forming a triangle that deals X damage to enemies inside it and roots them for 1.5 seconds. The common strategy here, that I understand it, and this is how I play it, is I drop the Scroll of Ceiling first because it takes 2.25 seconds to activate, and then as soon as that goes through, Hydra Cube, the enemies that are going to be right in the dead center. That way it's harder for them to move out of it, and it can Scroll Ceiling them, and your allies can follow up on it. That's what I prefer to do. I don't know if anyone else prefers to do it. I don't know why you do it differently. But that's just my common thing. His trait. And this makes him an interesting character. Other than the fact that everything else about him. When at least one other allied hero is nearby, Deckard gains 10 armor, and his basic abilities recharge 50% faster. You will see a radius around Deckard Cain, and that only you can see as a Deckard. And as long as an allied hero is in that area, you get those benefits. This seems overpowered. Unless your team doesn't like to stick near you. If they have abilities that shoot them away from you and you're just dead in the wind, you're not going to get any benefits from your trait. There are some heroes that you do not want to stick next to because they have to be in the front lines and you're just going to be sitting there like, well, I guess I'm here too, buddy boo. He isn't Deckard. Really requires you to know the battlefield and to know the heroes. I do not recommend him to new players for that specific reason. To make the best use of him. They declare him a medium character. I think the only reason he's medium is because you have to know the battlefield. I mean, you don't have to, but it definitely helps. I definitely don't recommend him to a new player. You can get this to be way better if your team understands Deckard and likes to stick near you, and if you are able to stick near them. It is safety in numbers. If at least 3 allied heroes are nearby, Fortitude of the Faithful grants an additional 15 armor, so 25 armor for you as a healer. And 50% mana regeneration per second, and causes Deckard's basic abilities to recharge an additional 50% faster. So you get 50% mana regeneration, 25 armor, and 100% ability regeneration. That's fucking stupid, right? The problem is that even if you're playing quick match and you say, hey, I need at least 3 in a stick near me, they never fucking do. You have to have a good group to have that really go. And this is overpowered. Like, you can wreck a whole team pretty much on your own as a Deckard if you have 3 allies there. But they never do. And there's some times where there's a good reason that the enemy team is too much CC. You, as the Deckard, have to reposition carefully. I get that, but at the same time, what can you do? I kind of wish this was had a kind of, instead of the mana regeneration, because at level 16, Deckard doesn't really need it in IMO. I kind of wish it would have like a larger radius, but I think that would make it too OP, so whatever. Anyways, his first ult is Stay a While and Listen. It is a large AoE. It's almost 180 degree circle. Oval. Whatever shape that is. After 1 second, channel for 3 seconds, putting enemy heroes in front of Deckard to sleep while channeling, and for 2 seconds after. Enemies can only be put to sleep once per cast, and sleeps effects end instantly if they take damage. This can be a really, really amazing ult. I have no luck with it. Like, I would never do. I don't understand if I don't understand how to use it, or if I just never use it correctly. I don't know what it is, but I haven't been on the receiving end of some great Deckard Stay a While and Listen plays. I have had great Deckard allies who used it to great effect, but me, I've had it maybe once, and that was by pure fucking accident. I don't know what it is. It's super easy. My brain doesn't comprehend it. It's probably because I don't main Deckard. I don't know what it is. And the next one is Lornado. I just love it for that name. After 1 second, create a twirling tome tornado that travels toward the targeted direction. Fucking Blizzard. Continually knocking away enemies that come into contact with it. This is a great CC opportunity. If there's a hero at a narrow corridor, you can activate Lornado. You can tell it which direction you need it to go into, to pull him into your team, and he has no choice unless he has like a unstoppable way out. It'll just continue to push him into your team. It's great for pushing enemies out. It's a really useful ability or heroic that I like, especially considering it only costs 40 second cooldown. The problem is though is it's very situational, and if your enemy team isn't, or it can also be very heavily negated by the terrain and also the enemy team itself. Now, of course, one could say just use the other ult. That's not the point. Depending on both of those things that I've said, the terrain and the enemy team is what I will decide if I go Lornado. Yeah. I think that about covers it. I don't think there's anything else about Deckard that I really can go over about. Nope. Let's go triangles and squares, man.
So it begins.
Yeah. And of course,
what is this strange magic? Is that me?
Who's ready to take some names?
I have studied the forces of evil for many long years.
I fucking love Deckard. Look at him go.
Combat starts in 10
I don't know why I started mounting up there. Oh, wait, that's why.
5, 4.
I'm gonna go with probably. I usually go Skull of Identify because it helps reveal heroes, but we don't really need that. Oh, we go just Feel and Study. Why not? Choo choo, motherfucker, choo choo.
The darkness is coming.
Alright, this medic's my new best friend.
Have a triangle, bitch! Have a square. Have a heal. Have a heal.
You favor me.
This is the radius to talk about with Deckard.
Thank you, healer.
Take my stick, bitch. Take my stick. Take my stick. Yeah, he can go. He got greedy.
justice in this realm. I'm going to stay back. Back. You favor me, friend.
Okay, let's see what's going on here. He's dead. Rainer got right at.
Heroes, you're just in time for the seeds of my vengeance to sprout. But which of you will gather them first?
We're gonna go with probably Crusader's my mana and heals more.
The first seed
My
is
wounds
sprouted.
are mending.
Gather it, would you? I would so hate for you to not be the first to harvest enough.
There is something quieting here.
Really wish my T1 would be doing that. Okay, we need to focus down Deathwing. Focus down the Deathwing. Focus down the Deathwing.
I've been
Double kill.
Rainer, I really wish you wouldn't run for me.
Thank you.
What becomes of these slain heroes' souls? Double kill. Troubles
Gonna take some serious.
Not bad at all.
killing spree. Enemy has
Thank you.
perished.
A timely
Perfectly
intervention,
done.
friend.
Choose a talent.
Yeah, the Rainer needed to stick near me, stop running, because it was hard for me to land a potion on top of him. We're gonna go with Knight's Cube.
Continues.
I usually go with Cube Mastery, but we need to reduce their damage because they are all damage.
Foul minions.
Another seed is about to sprout, heroes. Are you ready for it? Thank you. Isn't nature splendid? Gather that seed for me.
My wounds are mending.
Quite charitable, please.
Your foe deserts that.
Quite charitable,
Still
please.
hope for these lands. Exactly.
Oh, I need to get out. I have like no mana for this bed.
For a place the forces of evil are weaker here. The soul of a warrior.
So the reason we wanted to go field a study was to give our healing, our potions, a little bit of extra oomph, because these guys do a hella damage. I thought about going shield to help mitigate some of that damage, but they would just eat right through it. I've never had a good experience with a potion that gives shield, and I'd much prefer to give mana.
Won't be long now.
It's only a little bit of mana, but by God, it's still some mana. Tornado won't affect. Neither of my ult will affect Deathly. There's too much AoE regarding them for stay a while and listen. These have some nice corridors. We'll go Tornado.
It is time. Do what must be done.
spree.
That was an ugly old.
I always hoped my life would have meaning. Mayhem!
Game on!
For a moment there, I thought I saw Leah.
Oh, that kills me every time.
My little seed is on the verge of
If you're on,
sprouting.
if you never played Diablo 3, Leah is Deckard Cain's granddaughter. So why she fucking sat in there, but she did. And he dies before she does, basically, spoiler alert. And so he dies, and he doesn't know that she's dead. And that confusion in his voice, and when he's like, I thought I said Leah.
There's my
I
precious
guess I could have
seed.
joined that fight.
Go and
They
get
want to
it,
have
would
it.
you?
It's heartbreaking, because he doesn't know that she's dead. He's dead. Okay, we're gonna go with...
Strength of my terrorist enemy.
Quite charitable, Hila.
Nice work, kid.
Dejected.
Enemy has perished.
Thank you. Valor suits you, friend.
The terrors have fallen, and the sun dawns again.
Kira really gonna go for camp? She's not a great camp.
Back to the battle, then. Quite charitable, Hila.
Brilliant. Exactly. Contradict you. Our minions.
Thank you.
The forces of evil.
A seed is sprouting. The anticipation is building.
Do 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 potion. Do 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 potion. Do 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 potion. Do 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 do
There's something
potion.
disquieting here.
Do 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 potion.
Gather the seed, heroes. Quickly. I've been healed.
I see there is yet justice in this realm.
Enemy.
Oh, why she did that?
Scars are more dangerous than
I've been healed.
what becomes of these slain heroes' souls. I
Perfectly
wonder.
done.
Double kill by fiends.
Perfectly done.
Oh, we're gonna go safety in numbers. Why not? We're rarely gonna get any triggers off of it, but I don't want to go Haragic Staff. I love the Haragic Staff. I love beating them with my stick. But
The darkness is.
I don't want to be targeting Deathwing because it's gonna be doing nothing if I do that.
Thank you, healer.
Charge. Thank you.
You had best be ready to
So I've noticed that I'd like to say that I would use my my E first and then my W.
Thank you.
I just don't for some reason. I should,
My charitable.
but I need to get. Oh my goodness.
Thanks for the pick-me-up.
Stop the people trying to chase.
There it is. My charitable. Gather the seed before your enemy.
A timely intervention.
Might be back.
Calls for a retreat.
Hope that cure doesn't go in. Seven Shiny Strike fucked her world up though.
Ah, yes. My scrolls contradict you.
This is how you start losing a game, is when y'all go in one at a time.
Thank you, healer.
There is nothing left of your fort. Your fort is gone. Enough of you.
Another seed. I trust you know what to do, heroes.
Valor suits you well. Thank you, healer.
No prophecy spoke of this.
That was a good ult.
A seed has sprouted.
Campus gonna fuck that
Best
lane
not
up, but there's
fight
nothing I
over
can
it,
do about it.
Thank you, healer. Intervention, friend.
Ah, yes. An enemy has perished. Fate has frowned on you.
Thank you, healer.
Mayhem. Heroes slain. Double kill. The power of knowledge prevails. I see there
been
is
healed.
yet justice
Woo!
in
That
this realm.
Zeratul though.
An excellent strike.
That can't. That is still going. He just knocked out the entirety of our fucking gates.
Enough of you.
We're gonna go with the bottom of this flask. I just don't feel like going with more NATOs. We're not doing. We've had one good ult.
My charitable. Healer. Perfection.
That fort is as ruined as at last.
I feel a seed germinating. Are you ready for it?
Our minions.
Collect the seed. And
Alright.
don't fret about
This
the
medic's my
shamblers. They
new
don't
best
feel a
friend.
thing anymore.
these slain heroes' souls, I wonder.
I've been healed.
Strike.
Good.
Double kill.
Decent. Unsophisticated, but decent. Not bad at all.
Seeds, go forth, my terrors, and destroy!
Untouchable.
Thundering enemy.
Foe destroyed.
Thank you.
The forces of evil are weaker. None shall stand against
Quite charitable, Hila.
Their keep has gone the way of the Ishari's sanctum. I am surrounded by keep destroyed.
Your terrors, my children, have fallen. I hope their sacrifice was worth it.
Thank you, healer.
Oh, are we not saying anymore? Okay.
Thank you.
For these lands,
None shall stand against us.
I am surrounded. Still hope for these lands. I see there is yet justice in this realm.
A seed has been planted. It will sprout before you know it.
GG!
I shall record your valor for posterity.
Ah! Yay! So Rainer's fun. Rainer, Jesus. Deckard's fun in that regard. I love having the potions that increase over time, and then the bottomless flasks, where basically they recharge over time. Because if you get into an area that you're trying to fight in a small area, they just keep coming back over and over and healing. You don't have to worry about always dropping them. And if they have enough time, they get even bigger, so they heal better. I love it. It's so awesome. But it takes a lot to get to that point, all the way to level 20. So it's kind of And it also depends on the team and all that other fun stuff. Your own competence as a Deckard, which I'm not a great one, so hey, what can you do? But anyways, that is Deckard Cain. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I hope you all have a great night, a great day, and everything else in between. Please remember to drop me a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out and helps me grow, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you to my patrons, and I think that about covers everything. Stay safe, guys and girls. Bye.